Let's take a look at the pound dollar for the upcoming September the 8th session. You can see this daily trend line still in play, that 40-day exponential moving average. And the pound dollar really probably had the best move over the last session. It really just did. And there's a lot of, and we're at this 382 fib, 40-day exponential moving average, as well as we said this trend line, this daily trend line. A lot of force rejecting this. A lot of potential with the bearishness on the MACD to look for this to continue on down. This might be the beginning of a good downward move. So let's go down and take a look real quick at the 4-hour if we're seeing anything. And not a whole lot of information coming to us on the 4-hour. It's telling us there's some bullishness in this 4-hour trend. Again, it's going to be very, very important for us to watch what happens with this trend line as we'll draw it on the 1-hour chart and these highs. So let's get down to that 1-hour chart. And let's clear off some of these lines that we were working with last week. We're going to leave, of course, that daily trend line in. And we're going to clear off some of these because sometimes your eyes, on these lower time frames, it's good to clear off some of your information so that your eye's not drawn to it unless it's very significant. So what we're going to watch over this upcoming session is this trend line in here. And we're going to watch that for a couple reasons. If we and we're going to watch it on a 1-hour basis. If we get a close below this trend line here and these lows, we're going to be looking for price to break back down and come back here and retest in these lows, somewhere in this area right here, in this channel. We're going to look for price to fall down. So again, on the 1-hour chart, remember this is different than some of the other pairs we were looking at earlier. We're looking for a close below this low on a 1-hour chart looking to the downside. Now, something we can also watch for is right now we have a little bit of a swing high on here. And we have this trend line. It's not quite as steep as what we were looking at earlier. I'm going to use kind of this, just use this little movement that we've had here recently. Any kind of close above this trend line here on a 30-minute chart, we're going to look for price maybe to come back up here and retest these highs or form some kind of 1, 2, 3 top. Remember, there's a lot of resistance up in this area. We want to take our money off the table a lot quicker because we do have that 382 fib. We do have that 40-day exponential moving average, and we do have that daily trend line coming through this area up here. So on a break above this, we would definitely want to take some money off the table, probably 60% of our trades as it's traveling up, and then see if it's going to break out of these highs right here. Now, any kind of, remember that was a close above this trend line on a 30-minute during the Asian session. Now, if price does happen to come above these levels here and closes above them on the 1-hour chart, then we're on the other side of that daily trend line, and we'd be looking for some potential for the upside. So the first thing we're going to watch for, really, as far as a trade goes, is during the Asian session to close on the 30-minute above this level and look for a move up. Any close on a 60-minute level below this time frame, below these lows here, we're going to be looking for a sell position. Now let's just say that during the Asian session, price does continue to rise up here. We'll draw a futuristic trend line, right? Price does happen to rise up here. The two sells that we would be looking for is when price closes below that futuristic trend line. And we would actually be, as price begins to drop down, take some money off at this trend line and leave some on to see if it's going to fall. So we have a buy coming up, 2 buys, a 30-minute close above this trend line here, moving up during the Asian market. Any kind of close above these highs on the 1-hour chart. And the two sells that we're looking for are this futuristic trend line break, maybe in the future on a 30-minute chart when the 30-minute candle closes below it. And these lows here, right? These lows here, when we get a close below these lows on the 1-hour chart. So I hope that that was clear. We will be watching this price over the next several sessions. And if you wish to follow us for more updates as we're catching these, if we're sitting in the seat, you can follow us on Twitter at Seth Gregory FX, and that's going to be a wrap for the pound dollar for the upcoming September the 8th session.